Thank you, Mr. Burris. At this time, we ask that you please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats as Sarah Grace Gibson gives us our invocation.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, I come before you tonight just in a spirit of thankfulness. Lord, as I reflected today, just on the past 4 years, just how your hand has been so evident in my life, in my friends' lives, and others, Lord. You've provided where we felt hopeless, Lord, and you've guided us where we felt lost. And Lord, I just thank you for being here for us and being on our side, Lord. You are great. And tonight we declare that you are the one that got us through these years, and you are the one that helped us when we needed it, God. Lord, we are excited but also saddened as we embark on a new journey, Lord, and I pray that you would just guide us, Lord, that we would stay in your will and we would do what you have called us to do. In your name I pray, amen.
You may be seated. Interim Director of Schools, Mr. Scott Humbard. Distinguished members of the Bradley County Board of Education, Mayor Gary Davis, members of the Bradley County Commission, honored guests, family and friends, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the class of 2015, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to the 14th annual commencement exercise for Walker Valley High School. Tonight, we are at a commencement, which translates as the beginning. Tonight, the class of 2015 will begin something new. That something new for you is life after high school. Tonight, when you leave this campus, you will have in your possession not only a high school diploma, you will have hope and opportunity. With the awarding of the diploma comes the opportunities that you will have that will grow exponentially. Because of graduation, you now have even more hope towards a brighter future. You have opportunities to chart your own path because you have taken advantage of the opportunity to obtain your ticket into the next phase of your education. That next phase of education is life. Tonight, your life will change, and Chuck Taylor's will no longer be the acceptable shoe. The real world has a new set of expectations waiting for you. The world after high school is different than the one you've been a part of over the last 4 years. The real world has a higher set of expectations for you than we have had here at Walker Valley. Whether it is college, work, or the military, you won't always get the extra time that you want to finish an assignment or a project. The real world will expect you to be productive and meet the challenges that are in front of you. The real world expects your work ethic to match the expectations of the organization that you are a part of. The level of education that you have received here at Walker Valley is a key component in meeting the challenges that are ahead of you. I have told you from the beginning, your job is high school, and now you move to a new job. That new job, as I said earlier, is life. Success in life is not based solely on the amount of money in a bank account, but it is how you utilize your education, your talents, and your heart that will lead you down the pathway to success. Just because you will soon possess a high school diploma, don't stop learning, because it's the ability to think and to learn that gives you the edge when it comes time for a new job opportunity or a new challenge in life. The world you're about to enter is changing rapidly. We have within the borders of our community world-class businesses that are looking for employees who can think and learn and possess the work ethic to get the job done. You must continue to learn and to grow. These are the key components to your future. The time is now for you, the class of 2015, to take advantage of these opportunities and become the leaders of our community. First, you must learn to lead yourself. Success in life is not guaranteed, but opportunity is. There will be opportunities that present themselves, and you must be ready to take advantage of them. Each day of your life, there will be something that is new. There will be something that sparks an interest, and there will be something that makes you want to engage and learn more. Application of the knowledge you have acquired prepares you to meet the challenges of a challenging life. There is a new door that is about to open, and tonight you get the key, your education. The past 13 years have been spent with parents, family, and teachers guiding you. Now, it is you who must turn the key and open the door to see what lies ahead. Jimmy Ovine, a record producer in Los Angeles, California, said to a graduating class at the University of Southern California this: that diploma that you will hold in your hands today is really just your learner's permit for the rest of the drive through life. Remember, you don't have to be smarter than the next person. What you have to do is be willing to work harder than the next person. It is now time for the class of 2015 to look ahead toward your future success. Please remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Some facts about the class of 2015. On the field in front of you, we have 373 seniors. 229 of those seniors are graduating with a 3.0 GPA or higher. $133 seniors of those 229 have a 3.5 GPA or higher. We have 23 seniors who are graduating with a 4.0. We have 171 seniors who have a 21 composite or higher on their ACT. We have 30 seniors who have a 28 ACT composite or higher. 64 seniors are graduating with distinction from the state of Tennessee. This will increase as we receive various test scores back, such as advanced placement and industry certification tests. We have 81 seniors who are graduating with state honors, meaning they have met all 4 benchmarks on the ACT. 73 seniors who are graduating as Tennessee Scholars. 80 seniors who are graduating as members of the Circle of Champions. And here comes the good part. That's all just window dressing. Here comes the good stuff. 253 seniors are eligible for the Hope Scholarship, which is valued at $4.1 million. We have 101 seniors who have been awarded to date $3.1 million in scholarships. Which this means, what does this mean? The class of 2015 at this point has been awarded $7.2 million in scholarships, and that is prior to Tennessee Promise dollars. They are to be congratulated. At this time, I want to recognize two people who are retiring from the ranks of education to pursue other avenues in life. Mr. Dan Glasscock, would you please stand? Mr. Dan Glasscock is the supervisor of secondary education for the Bradley County School System. Mr. Glasscock is a graduate of White Station High School in Memphis, Tennessee. He has a bachelor's degree in English and a master's degree in education, both from the University of Memphis. He began his career at Bradley Central High School, teaching in the English department there. He served as an assistant principal at Bradley Central for 10 years and then moved to Virginia Beach, Virginia as an assistant principal at Green Run High School. He wised up and came back to Bradley County as a secondary supervisor of education in 2005, a position he will retire from on July 1 of this year. Mr. Glasscock, we thank you for your service to the young people of Bradley County. Dan Glasscock. Miss Carol Peace, will you please stand? I don't know if I'm going to get through this one, folks. Miss Peace is a 1973 graduate of Holston High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. Now I'll make it. From there, she attended and graduated from Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville, Tennessee, and has a bachelor's degree in music education. She later attended and graduated from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga with a master's degree in administration and supervision. She began her teaching career at Truett Junior High School in 1977, teaching general music. From there, she moved to Bradley Junior High School. At Bradley Junior High, she was the assistant band director, part-time administrator, and became the mother to two children, Kara and Kesa, who are here with us tonight. Don't start. In the fall of 2000, Ms. Peace moved to Charleston as the assistant principal on that campus, and then she made the move to Walker Valley High School with the opening of Walker Valley August 13th, 2001. Ms. Peace was one of those I called on to help us begin what is now UC Walker Valley High School. She was the original assistant principal for our school. She has remained a faithful faculty member, a mentor, and a guide to many lives that she has touched over the years. Often, she's had to be firm with students, but the caring side of her is what will ring true to many people in this community. As a friend since 1973, and a colleague since 1979, and working side by side since 2001, Ms. Peace, we salute you in your retirement, and I want you to know, here's the hard part, you'll forever be my friend, and you'll forever be a Mustang.
Amen. Love you. Love you.
On behalf of the class of 2015, I want to take this opportunity to thank many people on our faculty and our staff who have gone far beyond the role of teacher, counselor, and staff member to put this ceremony together for the graduating class. From our Circle of Champions banquet, our senior night celebration, the baccalaureate service Wednesday evening, and tonight's graduation, many people have taken of their time and energy to celebrate the graduation of this class of 2015. On behalf of this class and from me and from my heart, I thank you. This ceremony tonight is a ceremony that is to be handled in a dignified manner. As we proceed through this ceremony and we begin the process of calling students' names for accomplishment of their goal of graduating from high school, please refrain from acting in an undignified manner. This is the procedure that we will follow. Mr. Mann will set a tempo of calling students' names. I have asked him not to move off of that pace. If someone yells and screams after a student's name has been called, there is a possibility and a probability the next student in line will not have their name heard. If you were the family of one of those whose name does not get heard, I ask how you would feel. I ask you to hold your applause until all students have gone across the stage, and at that time we will applaud and celebrate with all of our graduates. At this time, I ask Blake Kitterman to come to the stand to give the senior class president address, and we will go through the program as it is. Thank you.
Hey, how are y'all doing? I felt like Katniss walking through that line. I just felt compelled to volunteer for something. The only Hunger Games I'll ever take part in is Thanksgiving. Congratulations to all my fellow graduates and Mr. Coggin for successfully dealing with us these past few years, along with Miss Peace, who is peacing out. I don't know what we did to you to make you leave, but as president, I apologize. A short note, if there's one thing I hate more than powdered coffee creamer, it's hearing myself speak. In my head, I sound like Morgan Freeman, but I know in actual life, I sound like Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's the little fat one, everyone. That's me. 4 years ago, we rolled up to freshman hallway at the lowest of the low. We started at the bottom, and senioritis helped us stay at the bottom. But today, we celebrate the success of everyone on this field, and I have the duty to motivate all of you so that you continue being successful for roughly the rest of your life. So let's begin. In the beginning of 2011, we got into our parents' car and drove to the land of our lunch, casserole, and Bowater air. Some of you were already driving somehow, but that's your story, not mine. Sophomore year, we experienced a collapse in the system, the depletion of our lunch. Our senior year, the chicken casserole was challenged, but our valiant principal stood up for our rights, and the casserole is still served every Wednesday. Thank you. This being said, the Bowater air is still happening. I'm not sure how it managed to slip through the cracks. It's basically the Chernobyl of the South. Make note, Mr. Supervisor, this is gold I'm giving you. But of course, Walker Valley is a lot more than its food, and that's saying something coming from me. The teachers who have served as our guides will forever remain as role models for us. The cafeteria staff whose smiles and kind words will be ingrained in our hearts forever, even when they told us, "You're out of lunch money, hon." And the club advisors who have propelled us into our career paths and gave us pragmatic advice in achieving our goals. I can go on and on about the amazing people here, but frankly, no one has that kind of time, and I have leftover macaroni at my house that I'm needing to get to. So I know that I said I wasn't going to give any shout-outs, but I've been so eloquently reminded by some people that I owe them money, so here's to making that up. To Berkeley Fry, when I forgot cash at Ripley's Aquarium on the biology field trip, you saved me from famine by purchasing me chicken fingers. You said you either pay me back $6 or you mentioned me in your graduation speech. I didn't pay you back $6. To Mary Still, when we made Cody Derrick bring us chicken minis in class that one day, I never paid you back $10. To Becca Meggs and Sally Collins, I don't owe you anything, actually. I just am kind of scared of what would happen if I didn't put you in my speech. And finally, to Nathan Stone, I just wanted to let you know that I don't owe you anything. You actually owe me $5. So I'm just letting everyone know that you're being held accountable for that. To all the other people I don't have time to bring out the receipts for, I take PayPal and Visa. Hit me up afterwards if you owe me something. I'm poor. Anyways, I can't go any further without doing the cliche thank you to my family. I especially need to give recognition to my mother. I respect you, admire you, and love you, and I have no idea where you're sitting, so I'm trying to look across from like home to visitor. We may not agree on everything, mainly because I'm always right. Because humans reach their peak intelligence when they're 17 years old. I think we all know that. But I'm so glad that you have been here to mentor me throughout the years. Let me put a disclaimer on that past part. I'm not politically right. I lean more left, if you weren't able to tell. Linda Cheryl for Congress. So let's transition into the sappy emotional part that we all love. Let's get into the Oprah Winfrey section. Today marks the beginning of your... I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I refuse to recite overly recited graduation sound bites. You're all successful, do things with your life, and live and let live. I can just drop the mic now. Some say the world is getting worse, but I say it's only getting better. Except with global warming, and it's totally getting worse. And after reading Oprah's new book, What I Know for Sure, I can tell you that in the end, what matters most to Oprah is not her favorite things. It's how you treat yourself and how you treat others. As Tom Haverson said in Parks and Rec, treat yourself. Your life and your time are the most fragile components you own. Invest in what needs to be invested in and have an inner circle that will challenge you and force you to look at life differently. Small things such as Netflix and YouTube and reruns of Golden Girls are definitely things you need to keep in your life. They are priorities. And as Johnny McDaniel so famously said, find the good and praise it. Be the good in your life. Be kind and respectful and loving and all that mushy stuff. Side note though, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but Mr. McDaniel has always reminded me of Mr. Rogers from PBS. Whenever we got those phone calls during the winter calling off school, I'd expect to hear on the other line, "Hello, Bradley County. It's not such a beautiful day in the neighborhood." But what I know for sure is that the most important aspect of life is love and the ability to facilitate it and share it with others. So it's important for me to say that no matter who you are, black or white, male, female, gay, straight, college-bound, career-bound, religious, non-religious, you each deserve a chance at happiness. And I think we live in a country where some of these issues are becoming less and less of defining factors and more of casual reminders that everyone is a different shade of the color spectrum. No one on this field is an exact replica of their role model or their best friend, but each of you own your own chance at becoming something greater, such as a wax figurine at Madame Tussauds. And as we leave Walker Valley and go into our careers or college or the armed forces, we're entering a world that is open to more ideas and culturally accepting of all walks of life. Each of you is so valuable in the grand scheme of life. And as Walt Whitman in his poem, "Oh Me, Oh Life," writes, that amidst all the bad and the evil, the good in all of life is that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. I literally just saw everyone's eyes just glaze over. Cliche inspirational poem, check. You know it's a real graduation speech now. Moving forward with the emotional part, some of us will never see each other again. Some of you I haven't seen for the past few years, let alone the past week, and I'm not sure if you even go to this school or if you're just crashing your graduation, but that's your story, not mine. Regardless of anything that happens this day, today, no matter where we are in life, the wise, the dumb, the rich, the poor, come fall, we will all have one thing, and that's Tennessee Promise. Thank you, Father Haslam. And now we're at the end. We're graduating. I have no more campaigns to run. Just kidding, vote for me as president in 2048. Let's take a selfie to validify this, shall we? You know how I do. It just got even more cliche. It'll look great on a billboard, I'm telling you. But seriously, when it comes to my experience at Walker Valley and having the privilege of meeting you all, I can honestly say that the line in Broadway's Wicked song, "For Good," perfectly describes it. Who can say that I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew all of you, I have been changed for good. Thank you, Walker Valley, and good luck.
Our past 4 years have been filled with sports events, school activities, friends, clubs, and memories that will last us a lifetime. But really, high school is just one big experience, and Walker Valley has made that a great one for me. In my time here at Walker Valley, basketball has been a huge part of my experience. I've been able to build relationships with so many great girls and coaches. Coach Stone, Coach Frazier, Coach Dykes, and Coach Tucker, you have all been amazing coaches and people in my life. But playing basketball has taught me more than just about how to play a game. It has taught me lessons that I can apply to real life. Basketball has taught me about dedication. Showing up for practice every day, getting to games on times, and going through long weeks of conditioning all takes dedication. And in life, it's going to take dedication to get things done. Basketball has also taught me about teamwork. At the beginning of my senior basketball season, all of the girls sat down and had a meeting where we wrote down goals that we wanted to accomplish. And by working together, we were able to do that. In life, you will need to work with others at times to acquire success. And lastly, I learned about leadership. Being a leader is not always about being vocal and telling others what to do. In fact, it may require no words at all. You can lead by example. By working hard and having a positive attitude, others will watch and observe you and follow in your footsteps. Now that we are all graduating, it's important to realize that not everyone has to go on to be rich or famous to make a difference. Oftentimes, just a few kind words can make a positive impact on someone's life. You never know when someone might be having a bad day or going through a rough time, so I encourage everyone to always speak kind words. And next, I encourage you all to never take anything for granted. Most of us don't realize how lucky or blessed we are because we are constantly comparing ourselves to others and focusing on what we don't have rather than what we do. In reality, each of us has something good in our lives. You just have to choose to focus on the good and really appreciate it. Lastly, I encourage everyone to be ambitious and set goals for yourself. Grasp every opportunity that comes along. You never know when the next one might come your way. After today, each of us will be taking our own separate paths. Some of us will be going to college, others will go straight to the workforce, and some will be joining the military. Because of the education we have received and the support system we have, there is no doubt in my mind that our senior class will be successful in whatever we choose to do. Some people that I would like to recognize tonight are my family members. Thank you for being the most loving and supporting family that I could ever ask for. Mom, Dad, and Nani, you have all been there for me every step of the way. And to my brother Jake, thank you for making a special trip in from Virginia to be here for me tonight. Also, thank you to God for blessing me with such a wonderful life and getting me to where I am today. And finally, thank you to all of the faculty and staff of Walker Valley for making it such a wonderful place and caring about each and every student. I would like to give a shout out to Callie Davis. It's crazy to think that we became best friends just a few short years ago, and now we are graduating together. I'm so thankful for you and our friendship. Shout out to Jake Broom for being the most dependable and genuine person that I know. And to conclude my speech, I would like to share with you my favorite Bible verse, Psalm 37:4. It says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." It has been an honor to be a part of Walker Valley for the past 4 years. Thank you.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank you all for being here to help us celebrate this great accomplishment in our lives. I believe that I speak on behalf of all the students here when I say that we never would have made it this far without you. Family and friends, where would we be without you here to support us? You have been with us through all of the trials and tribulations of the past 4 years. Teachers and administrators, we have each and every one of you to thank for helping us achieve this goal. Whether you realize it or not, all of you have contributed immensely to the education of the 373 seniors who are graduating tonight. My fellow students, in case you aren't already aware, we are about to enter into what they call the real world. The past 4 years have merely been a practice round. Let's face it, nobody's high school experience is perfect. So, if your personal experience with high school didn't turn out to be everything you wanted it to be, don't sweat it. Believe me, your level of future success has nothing to do with how many friends you had in high school or how many people sitting in this stadium know your name. Contrary to popular belief, your future happiness has nothing to do with the score you received on a standardized test, and your value as an individual is not determined by your GPA or the number of honors or AP classes you have endured. Of course, that is not to say that it's a bad thing to be popular or studious. If you have a lot of friends, awesome, and if you make straight A's, that's fantastic. However, the best piece of advice that I can give you is to never let anybody tell you that you aren't good enough just because of your social status or the information on your high school transcript. In the words of Albert Einstein, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. While I know that many of you are wishing you could stay in high school forever, I'm sure that many others are wishing for me to finish this speech so that they can exit the school property as soon as possible. Well, whatever emotions you are feeling right now, I encourage you to sit back and enjoy the next hour. Whether you are thrilled to be here tonight or you think this whole ceremony is pointless and stupid, take it all in because the past 13 years of our lives have been leading up to this moment. And once this ceremony is over, I encourage you all to go out into the world and fulfill your individual purpose. Many of the students here tonight are looking forward to furthering their education through college. Others are excited to be entering the world of work, and still others will soon be starting families of their own. My friends, whatever your future may hold, I encourage you to find your niche, find where you belong, and work hard to be the best person you can possibly be. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Well, guys, we made it. The moment we've been dreaming of since the first day of freshman year, our graduation day. I remember freshman year like it was yesterday. We were the new little kids in the school who looked lost all the time. That year, we got the same speech that we get every year about what needs to be done to be able to walk across this stage and receive our diploma. And every year I've thought the same thing. I don't need to worry about that yet. I have plenty of time. Then, before we knew it, sophomore year was here. The awkward year when nobody really cares about you because you're neither a freshman nor an upperclassman. You're just kind of stuck there in the middle. Then finally, it's junior year, when they bombard us with all kinds of tests that we don't even know why we're taking them. Then, finally, senior year, the year that's supposed to be the best, the year we graduate. Now we're at the point where we're torn between looking back at the best 4 years of our lives or looking ahead to the future. In reality, high school's over. We have no choice but to look towards the future and begin our next chapter in life. I refuse to believe that these are the best years we will ever have. I just look at it as a new beginning of a whole new life. Whether you're going to college, the workforce, the military, or wherever this world might take you, I have some few words for you to carry with you. My senior year didn't exactly go as planned. As most of you know, my boyfriend Cameron was in a bad accident on March 3rd, and life as I knew it completely changed. I quickly realized that in the midst of difficulty lies opportunity. This is the truest statement you will ever hear. In all these difficult times, I had the opportunity to learn many lessons. The first lesson was to never take anything for granted. When your biggest prayer is just to see someone you love open their eyes, your whole view on life changes. It's the little things in life that really matters. I was the typical senior girl worried about prom, graduation, basketball, grades, and all kinds of minor things. Then I realized that what I let consume so much of my time really didn't even matter like I thought. The second lesson I learned is to slow down. We're all guilty of either dwelling in the past or looking too far into the future. We have all kinds of things that we look forward to, but by the time they're finally here, we skip past them and miss out because we're too busy looking on to the next future. Don't skip today worrying about tomorrow. Live in today, cherish every moment that you have, and have absolutely no regrets. The last lesson I learned is to always remember to keep moving forward no matter what. Life will throw crazy obstacles your way, especially as we're thrown out into the real world. But, as I said before, in the midst of difficulty lies opportunity. We never know when things may change. All we can do is be prepared for whatever life may throw at us and keep moving forward and fighting. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk.
If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Before I end, there's some special people I need to thank. First off, thank you, Cameron Touchstone. You've had a huge impact on me through this whole situation, and my life's been changed forever. You made me a better person, and thank you for always encouraging me to be the best that I can be in everything that I do. I can never thank you enough. You truly are my hero. Thank you, Jacqueline Griffith, for being the best friend I've ever had. I literally wouldn't have made it through high school without you. You're my sidekick, and we're known for having every single class together. I can't believe we won't be at college together next year, but together forever, never apart, maybe in distance, but never at heart. Also, thank you, Kristen Harder. You've been an amazing friend, and even if we didn't have as many classes together, whenever we were together, it was like we were together the whole time. Thank you to all the faculty here at Walker Valley. I can't name you all, but I need to give a special thanks to Coach Frazier for being such a godly influence on me and helping me through every situation I've ever gone through. Also, thank you, Mr. Coggin, for genuinely caring about every one of us and being so understanding. And shout out to Coach Stone for being with me through middle school and high school. You're the best. We've truly been blessed with the best staff ever. Most of all, thanks to my mom, dad, and all my family. Thanks for being the best parents anyone could ask for and for providing me with everything I could ever need. Thanks for being my biggest fan, loving me unconditionally, and turning me into the person that I am today. Mom, Dad, you both always argue about where I get my smarts from. And well, truth is, y'all are both pretty brilliant in your own way, and I just happen to be blessed with the best parents ever. Last but not least, thank you, class of 2015. As we face a whole new life, keep my favorite verse in mind, Isaiah 43:2. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze, for I am the Lord your God. It's been more than an honor to be a part of this class. Good luck with the next chapter in your lives, and thank you.
Man, friends, you look classy. Yeah. Okay, it's confession time. This speech was not completed in its entirety until late Wednesday night. Yes, Mr. Mann, that is why I did not study for the AP test. No, it's not from a lack of motivation or because senioritis became too much. You see, I know what's in my heart, how much I love Walker Valley, how I feel about it. The problem is, these feelings are hard to put into words that can do justice to the beyond incredible experiences we've had. I believe the best way to encompass some of our experiences is through examples. Just about every day for the past 4 years, I've had what I call I love this school moments. Moments like this are when you go into the cafeteria for a cookie to find Bubbles has saved the last one for you in her cash register. Or when the student body walks out onto the basketball court after a game and kneels down to pray for an injured player. Then there's the infamous, "May I have your attention, Walker Valley? It is now time for the quote of the day." Then every one of us groan. But secretly, we really want to know what the Walt Wednesday quote is. Under Friday Night Lights, I found the deepest love and admiration for the most talented band in the nation, not only for their musical ability, but also their talents of shamelessly bringing disco moves to the field. Then there's Rusty, the spirit of Walker Valley, who comes by classrooms every morning to offer sausage biscuits or chocolate cow juice, brightening everyone's day. Or, here's one, how about when you rip your dress at school, but you go into the guidance office and ask for a sewing kit to fix your problems? They don't ask questions there. Then, get ready. There was an event that made us all full of Mustang pride. The date was Friday night, September 19th, Echo, 2014, where on this very field, history was made in a no-bear zone. Thank you. Basically, there's not enough time or words to explain the love I have for this school. But class of 2015, I have some words for you. Before we part ways, I need you to know that I've sincerely been so blessed to know each one of you, to experience life together. We've grown up side by side. I've gotten to watch you become the incredible people you are today. I feel the need to brag for a moment. This class has a reputation that has followed us all the years of our lives. We're simply a special group of people. Sure, other classes have had brains, they've had passion, and they've been full of successes. But there's never been a class as well-rounded as ours. In fact, we take our reputation beyond this school, off the campus. After every football game, a group from the student section goes to Taco Bell, where a very special lady named Phyllis works. Today, Phyllis has taken off work to join us at our graduation because she's been impacted by these boys. So thank you, Phyllis. Whether our teachers want to admit it or not, we are going to get a record amount of tears from them. Everyone turn and look at them. Oh, there's Miss Fugate with the tissue. I see you. Proverbs 27:17 states, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Class of 2015, thank you for sharpening me. Thank you for being so genuinely good, so competitive and driven that you've pushed me to be my best every day for the past 4 years. We owe each other for the experiences we've had and for making high school great. I'm proud to call you my family and to call Walker Valley our home. So, I think I've figured out a big part of why this school is so special. It's our faculty and staff. Newsflash. We are stress-inducing, needy people. It's bad. Our teachers put up with more sass and emotional breakdowns than a psychiatric ward. They come to school every day, ready to pour into us, so that we can pour back into others. First, I want to thank the Freshman Academy teachers. I feel that you're oftentimes overlooked by seniors, but you should know, starting with our first year, you've been directly responsible for our awesome high school experiences. Then there's teachers like Mr. Mann, Miss Wilford, and Miss Wright, who've opened our eyes to discovering truth for ourselves. And we know how to run a Socratic circle. Then there's the real deal original squad, the assistant principals. This is the most stacked team of adults I've ever witnessed. Miss Peace, thank you for all you've done for Walker Valley. I know your knitting at basketball games was good luck, and the size of the dish rag you knitted directly determined the outcome of the game. I'm excited for you as you retire, but I'm mostly relieved for you that you don't have to deal with this rising rowdy class of juniors. Just kidding, I love you guys. Mr. Green, you should know that nothing makes me happier than to be walking down the hall and hear, "James!" Insert any of y'all's last names. He does it for you too, I know, but I just feel special. The passion you all have for this school is evident in everything you do. Miss Beth Fugate, I would like to thank you for showing me what unconditional love looks like. I can only hope I can become a lady of grace, patience, and joy that you are. If I can have just a fraction of passion that you have for mathematics alone in life, I'm set. I can take over the world. Mr. Coggin, I owe you quite a lot. Where would I be in life if I didn't often stop and ask myself, WWDCD, what would Danny Coggin do? You've taught us in life that we make mistakes. Luckily, there are pencils to erase our errors. But sometimes, the correction tool may need to be a size 12 Rockport, coming from someone who loves us enough to set us straight. You're a man open to our opinions, and you've worked to ensure high school is a place we love to be a part of. I'm apologizing for all the crazy ideas I pitched to you over the past 4 years, but it's your own fault because you're so receptive and willing to listen to our opinions. Thank you for teaching us all that if you're trying to be cool, you indeed are not cool. Thank you for being the most involved and committed principal to ever serve students. We love you, Master Stang. Finally, I want to thank Miss Ann Pickens for the lasting impact she's had on my life, as well as many others. Thank you for your constant teasing and honesty time campfire chats. Thank you for encouraging me in all my wild endeavors. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next year when I can't run into your room and just be like, help me with my life. Or do I buy this offline? Is this a wise decision? My addiction will get a lot worse. Thank you. I think we make a really good team. And I'm just beyond grateful for every teacher on this field tonight. You have faith in us that we can change the world, and you give us the tools and opportunities to do so. Thank you for being our strongest allies and molding us into the people we are today. I apologize, but I can't leave without thanking my support system, my family. Mom, 30 years ago, you were the very first student body president, very first female student body president of Cleveland High School. Even though you were a Raider, this pains me to say it, but I feel blessed to have shared this position with you. You've taught me how to give until there's nothing left to give. Daddy, you've taught me the importance of connecting and investing in other people. You're the definition of a super dad. To the grandparents, thank you for loving me and spoiling me like every good grandparent should. And to my little sister, my entire world, Madison, thank you for being the joy in my life. You know, you think that I'm going to UTC so I'll be closer to my dog, and so that I won't have to change my blue and gold wardrobe, but it is actually so I can be here with you. So thank you, family, for your constant selflessness and support. To finally wrap up, friends, we have something special here. Something one of a kind that can never be imitated. Walker Valley is a place one feels at ease, feels loved and important. Some of you are ready to move on. Some of us aren't leaving until they drag us away, kicking and screaming. It's just me. Oh, okay, this is awkward. But I think, regardless, we can all agree that we've gotten good at this game, the game of high school. We feel comfortable here. We're in our comfort zones. But staying in our comfort zone isn't what life is about. We must break free from it and become comfortable with the unfamiliar and the unknown next chapter of life. The skills, knowledge, and life lessons we've learned here won't leave us hanging. We're ready for what comes next. Looking back on the year, I'm reminded of a chant we used at football games. Why not us? Why not us? At the time, that chant meant, hey, why not us? We deserve this victory. We're capable. But now, as we grow up and enter the real world, it means so much more. So I ask you, Walker Valley Class of 2015, why not us? Why can't we be the future chemists, congressmen, architects, surgeons, or entrepreneurs of the world? We have what it takes. I believe in us. And look around. We have a support system that does too. So why not us, Walker Valley? Why not us? I love you all, and thank you.
Congratulations, graduates. Give yourselves a hand. It's been a long road, but you're coming to the end. I know that as I sit here, I realize that none of you have this little blue program, which means you probably have no idea where we are in this program. Here, we're right down here at the bottom, okay, right here. I want you to know I am the last speaker, okay, before you get your diploma. This is the day that you've been working towards since you first started kindergarten all those years ago. We, all these people around here, your parents, your grandparents, and teachers, we've watched you grow, not only in stature, but we've watched you grow in your mental abilities. You started out in kindergarten as children who would readily believe anything that your parents or your teachers told you. And look at you today. Now you form your own thoughts, you have your own opinions, you know everything. We're proud of you. We're proud of you because you are our future. As you walk across this stage tonight and you accept your diploma, this is not the end. This is just the closing of a chapter in your lives. A closing in the chapter of your lives as you step forward and continue on. You are going to be great. We know that.
My generation has been responsible for the development of computers, cell phones, the advancement of technology in general, among other things. I don't think we invented that selfie stick that I've seen being passed around back there, but it was close. We almost came up with that. We were responsible for those things, but I cannot wait to see what your generation will be able to do for us. The possibilities, they're limitless. They're as limitless as your vision and your abilities are. So no matter what you choose to do after this evening, whether you are going on to college to continue your education or you're joining the military to defend our fine country, and if you are, God bless you. Or maybe you are going to the workforce and you're going to start your career. It doesn't really matter what you're going to do. Don't leave without hearing this. Never stop learning. Always keep your mind open. Think outside the box. No matter what you do in life, no matter where your choices lead you, always continue to grow and be the best that you can be. You are our future. So I want you to get out there, graduates. I want you to use your knowledge. I want you to use your skills and your creativity. You are the 2015 graduation class of Walker Valley High School. Start making our future. Thank you.
Mr. Humbard, at this time, with the authority given to me by the Bradley County Board of Education and the state of Tennessee, I got to do this. I present these students, the Walker Valley class of 2015, as having completed the requirements for a diploma from the greatest high school in the state of Tennessee. Mr. Mann, please call the roll.
Callie Elizabeth Davis. Jacqueline Marie Cecilia Griffith. Melody Joe Hoffman. Jacob Samuel Broom. David Scott Campbell. Heather Cherie Carpenter. Emily Payne Kaler. Jordan Ryan Kaler. Alyssa Joe Morgan Chansey. Connor Alexander Clavo. Autumn Fawn Cofield. Madison Brooke Cranfield. Kara Kathleen Davidson. Peyton Allie Davis. Misty Autumn Day. Cody Ray Derrick. William David Dickinson. Michaela Ann Evans. Riley Morgan Ewing. Lexi Leanne Fairbank. Allison Danielle Flock. Carly Bryce Frost. Christian Danielle Gaston. Sarah Grace Gibson. Margaret Elaine Goodwill. Nicholas Ryan Gunnell. Elizabeth Jacqueline Harris. Kristen Hope Hartert. Miranda Joe Hefner. James Kalen Howard. Mason Elizabeth Hunt. Mackenzie Elizabeth James. Jonah Edward Ross Jenkins. Michaela Brianne Jenkins. Gitsada Vincent Jewer. Riley Nicole Kennedy. Annalise Grace King. Dalton Wayne King. Mary Lindley Klepzig. Ira Vernon Lee. Kyle Brady Lindberg. Sarah Elizabeth Locke. Stephanie Bifano Lopez. Daniel Lee McLean. Rebecca Alice Meggs. Kaylee Beth Milan. Madison Lane Nalewski. Jaime Fernando Ortiz. Ashley Lee Peterson. Kimber Michaela Pierce. Shelby Lynn Prendergast. Meredith Nicole Prue. Alicia Lynn Raymond. Joshua Brian Riley. Vincent Michael Rollins. Jacqueline Elise Rush. Cole Wilford Sands. Natalie Christina Schweitzer. Caitlin Alyssa Scoggins. Courtney Lynn Sherlin. Harrison Wade Smith. William Austin Smith. Haley Leanne Snyder. Nathan Rance Sprayberry. Mary Elizabeth Still. Nathaniel Braxton Stone. Savannah Eloise Stone. Caitlin Erica Marie Taylor. Brianna Caitlin Tucker. Robert Peyton Van Hook. Jennifer Lynn Varner. Allison Nicole Ward. Caden Taylor Watson. Tyler Chance Webb. Mara Ashlyn Whitaker. Taylor Madison White. Ashley Lynn Whittemore. Mallory Lynn Wickham. Sydney Ashton Wilson. Garrett Wayne Woods. Grace Louise Allen. William Jacob Archer. Jordan Elaine Atwood. Michael Connor August. Taylor Blake Ballou. Destiny Lachelle Banks. Cole Glenn Barnes. Sadler Dane Bartula. Joshua Thomas Bean. Laura Patsy Bean. Amber Nicole Beard. Rebecca Lynn Beavers. Anna Margaret Betts. Jamie Lynn Bilak. Jasmine Summer Blair. Terry DeMichael Boyd. Trevor Reed Brantley. Brooke Michelle Buckner. Dallas Samuel Bunton III. William Neeland Burgess. Caitlin Michelle Bynum. Abby Nicole Campbell. Sydney Elizabeth Carden. Ashley Michaela Carrick. Tyler Alexander Case. Delaney Spencer Cash. Alejandro Ceja. Alexis Storm Center. Robert Donald Chafin. Emily Ann Clark. Jacob Austin Kofer. Sally Michelle Collins. Kristen Mariana Contreras. Sean Patrick Conway. Corey Alexander Cook. Keegan Ruth Cox. Michaela Paige Crabtree. Dylan Scott Daly. Gabrielle Deanna Darnell. Hallie Renee Davis. Jonathan Anthony Davis. Peyton Tucker Delk. Kelsey Lynn Derrick. Tyler Joe Dilbeck. Jackson Blake Dixon. Ashlyn Leanne Dixon. Paul Chapman Easterday. Mackenzie Lynn Elrod. Berkeley Brianna Fry. Katie Lachey Froelich. Jacob Cody Garner. Infinity Jewel Gatlin. Connor Allen Gary. Savannah Isabel Gondek. Morgan Wynn Goodman. Darcy Drew Grisham. Margaretta Natalie Gwynn. Shay Jaden Halcomb. Zora Elizabeth Hammonds. Chase Andrew Harris. Keon Darrell Harrison. Elijah Lawrence Haney. Abigail Rebecca Heald. Megan Elizabeth Heminger. Antonio Gilberto Hernandez. Candace Louise Hodnett. Lauren Brooke Humble. Chelsea Elizabeth Humphreys. Chloe Caroline Isbill. Reed Thomas Jacobs. Gunnar Blake Jeffries. Edward Allen Johnson. Jacob Andrew Johnson. Peyton Clarice Jones. Yuka Christine Kang. Hunter Alexander Kincaid. Racia Michelle King. Tyler Lee King. Samuel Blake Kitterman. David Chrischuk. Sergey Alexandrovich Kudrik. Dallas Douglas Kukendall. Elizabeth Diane Landry. Austin Reagan Lee. Nicolette Angel Lewis. Stephen Bradley Lewis. Abigail Elizabeth Mason. Andrew Henry McAllister. Mary Elizabeth McAmis. Allison Scott McDaniel. Giles Delon McDaniel. Courtney Marie Michaels. Haley Morgan Miller. Daniela Alejandra Menai. Emma Elizabeth Molunger. Malik Daquan Montgomery. Carly Danielle Moore. Jamaica Cherie Moore. Taylor Storm Moore. Allie Day Morgan. Savannah Beth Morgan. Kimberly Christine Morris. Danielle Joe Mowry. Andrew Jacob Myers. Nathan Doyle Napier. Kaylin Sage Newport. Kobe Hunter Newport. Peyton Tanner O'Daniel. Brian Scott Oliver. Brandon Chase Panis. Olivia Grace Petty. Nathaniel Ray Pruitt. Deontay Lechois Richardson. Christian Ashley Rose. Mason Alexander Rose. Roscoe Allen Ruprecht. Abigail Elizabeth Sanders. Tucker Warren Sears. Ryan Douglas Shank. Noah Christopher Silver. Savannah Christine Smalley. Gary Austin Souter. Holton Joshua Spencer. Ian Samuel Stanberry. Joseph Adam Stanley. Jonathan Paul Steele. Andrew Kyle Sterrett. Jacob Lee Stiles. Iva Melissa June Swafford. Sarah Cheyenne Tarver. Whitney Miranda Taylor. Madeline Jeanette Thomas. Kayla Shea Thrift. Hannah Elizabeth Thurmond. Samuel Stafford True. Allie Elizabeth Turner. Judith Kaylee Tuttle. Jansen Lark Velba. Carrie Dean Vincent. Hannah Margaret Ward. Michaela Rachel Wardlow. Christina Danielle Welch. Brooklyn Bethany West. Courtney Brooke White. Zachary Cole Wilcox. Madison Shea Willis. Ashley Cheyenne Wright. Christian Booth Wyatt. Matthew Eugene Young. Austin James Acorn. Orlando Javier Alcantara. Shalina K. Allen. Jasmine Marie Barker. Christopher Dwayne Barnes. Tommy Ray Barron. Alec Gregory Benson. Tanner Nathan Black. Zachary Alexander Blair. Gregory Chase Blyler. Stephen Craig Bowen. Cassidy Haley Bowers. Gregory Ari Bramlett. Nathan Riley Brown. Brooke Michelle Brumley. Matthew James Bryant. Megan Diane Brzezowski. Jacob LeBron Buckner. Marvin Delmar Bullington. Matthew James Bynum. Stephen Tanner Ledwell Caldwell. Taylor Ryan Calhoun. Christopher Brent Cameron. Jasmine Faye Kaufman. Megan Leanne Cabot. Ryan Stewart Clark. Lauren Elizabeth Coffey. Colton David Collins. Felix Colon Rodriguez. Brent Andrew Crago. Madison Ann Davenport. Matthew Martin Davenport. Christian Aiden Davis. Madison Linnell Davis. Lauren Taylor Delude. Brennan Mario Dupuy. Haley Elaine Ellis. Jacob Trump Ellis. Megan Brooke Fain. Kyle Alexander Freeman. Brett Daniel Guerin. Alyssa Michelle Gibson. Cedric Brendan Gilbert. Tristan Kyle Goins. Cody Austin Gonzalez. Bailey Denise Graham. Seth Ashton Gregg. Austin James Gregory. Cheyenne Shannon Faith Guffey. Sarah Rebecca June. Austin Gano. Caitlin Olivia Gurley. Nicholas Antonio Hall. Kayla Christine Hall. Emily Brooke Hammond. Sarah Catherine Harris. Joshua Hugh Harwood. Cody Randy Hilton. Jefferson Lowell Henry. Lauren Alexis Hines. Casey Charles Hodnett. Madison Taylor Holcomb. Brianna Nicole Jackson. Lucinda Lee Jenkins. Eldridge Frank Johnson. Morgan Faith Johnson. Tipton David Jones. Allison Jenna Casey. Nathan Tyler Keller. Rick Stonewall Kennett. Cheyenne Desiree King. Zachary Lucas King. Miranda Nicole Kirksey. Dylan Jacob Knight. Kyron Mackenzie Kurtz. Hannah Roserumbra Ledford. Jennifer Caitlin Ledford. Monica Sophia Lee. Tyler Eric Lee. Haley Rebecca Leggett. Megan Kathleen Lyles. Hunter Jordan Lowe. Shelby Forrest Jean Lowe. Zachary Lee Manis. Jacob Tate Marler. Mason Shelton McClure. Kyler Jacob McDonald. Sebastian Lee McNulty. Brianna Josephine Miller. Ralph Dylan Morales. Emily Marcella Morris. Denzel Chazare Morrison. Brianna Danielle Ortling. Haley Cheyenne Oliver. Stacy Victoria Pack. Fancy Sierra Parker. Gabrielle Sierra Sapphire Phillips. Matthew Dylan Pippinger. Brandon Ray Passine. Thomas William Powell. Christopher Jonathan Price. Devin Alexander Proctor. Mark Edward Pugh. Dylan Earl Ray Quarles. Jonathan Wayne Reynolds. Griffin Eric Lee Roberts. Matthew Daniel Robinson. Marcus Gage Rowe. Alexis Marie Rutledge. Kevin Joel Sabani. Logan Miles Scoggins. Angel Cheyenne Shelton. Nicholas Devin Shirley. Casey James Schatz. Anna Marie Josephine Simpson. Ian Michael Sisk. Kaylee Brianne Smith. Bradley Jacob Sneed. Timothy Corey Dillon Snyder. Michael James Spicer. Breeze Marie McKay Stallings. Hayden Kennedy Starnes. Cameron Robert Swallows. Devin Hunter Swallows. Brooke Robin Tankersley. Praise Emmanuel Taylor. Brandon Wade Tenpenny. Bryson Ray Thomas. James Blake Thomas. Logan Chase Thompson. Stephen Michael Tipton. Dalton DeShannon Towers. Wade Allen Tubbs. Jessa Lauren Turner. Patrick Duncan Waddell. Jordan Hunter Wilds. James Robert Williams. Abigail Sinclair Wilson. David Adam Wilson. Paula Nicole Womack. Peyton Lee Woods. Kayla Chantrice Zachary.
I'm back. You had 4 years of high school. Let's not mess this up. Follow my lead. And it was so.
That's fair. All right, guys, let's pray. Dear Lord, oh, look at this place. I thank you for this place, dear God. Lord, just every teacher, Lord, and every student here, you've had such a special will on this place, dear God, Lord. And as this class of 2015 is leaving, God, I pray that you, Lord, rise up a new one, Lord. Rise up a new one that loves you as much as some of the people in here loved you, dear God, Lord. And just use us even as we leave here just to show them not only what we're about, Lord, but what you're about. And God, as we celebrate this end, Lord, I pray that we celebrate this new beginning. God, Lord, just give us a new fire, just to accomplish whatever you have it be, Lord. And like I said, I thank you for each and every one of them. I love them, dear God, and Lord, just thank you for giving this opportunity to me. I miss it. And Lord, just for all the family here, I just pray that you just give them a special blessing. Lord, just bless them for rising up and raising just such a special group, God. And I just pray that one day we can do the same, Lord, and we can just keep this going. Lord, thank you. Amen. All right, guys. All right, we're going to do this one more time. Being here tonight just gives me memories of football games. And for one last time, repeat after me. Let's take our hats off. Dear Lord, the battles we go through life. We ask for a chance that's fair. Chance to equal our stride. And a chance to do or dare. If we should win, let it be by the code. Faith and honor held high. If we should lose, let's stand by the road. Cheers as winners go by. Day by day, we get better and better till we can't be beat. Won't be beat.
I only have one more thing before you go, folks. One more thing. Don't go anywhere before the bell rings. We love you. You're dismissed.